Okay, if the question arises, if religion without God can exist or not, so what your question will be? Can it? Huh? Because Buddhism is there, Jainism is there. Okay, so what it will be called and how it will be? Then it's an ideology. How come it is religion? Okay, if you have to define religion, how will you define it? Okay, so there are people who believe that religion is something related to God, something related to heaven, and something related to soul. ये छोटा सा concept लेकर चलते हैं when it comes to religion. Do you also believe in this? यही है. तो मतलब अगर ये चीजें exist नहीं करेंगी, so we'll not have the concept of religion. So it means if you have to be religious, then you have to believe in supernatural things. है ना? You have to believe in these concept of afterlife. Otherwise, we cannot call it religion. Is it so? Hmm? So can we say a person can be religious even if he's not believing in God? We can say this. अच्छा, बोल सकते हैं? पक्का? अच्छा. Okay. So some people are known as atheists. सुना ना? फिर वो भी तो religious होते हैं. Atheist religious नहीं होते. हाँ? तो वो religious नहीं होता है. Hmm.
Doesn't take by any religion.
Hmm.
This is not necessarily one who is not following a religion, but has his own ideology.
Okay. So when we talk about religion without God, so this is the concept that is non-theistic, ठीक है, जिसको हम लोग atheist spirituality भी बोलते हैं, right? तो यहाँ पे spiritual और religious life की बात करें तो वो personal God के belief पर नहीं होता है. Again, I'm mentioning a word that is personal belief, personal God. Okay. We are not talking about society. We are not talking about some social concept of God. We are talking about personal God, right? दोनों का difference हमने समझा भी हुआ है, right? अब ये जो है रिजेक्ट करता है इस आइडिया को कि हमारा जो कंसेप्ट है ऑफ रिलीजन इट शुड बी अराउंड डिवाइन बीइंग, राइट? सो दिस इज नॉट द केस व्हेन इट कम्स टू दिस, राइट? अब यहाँ पे हमारा जो है मीनिंग हो गया, पर्पस हो गया, राइट? उसके साथ साथ में अगर हम बात करें एथिकल लिविंग की या फिर यूनिवर्सल वैल्यूज की, राइट, वो टोटली डिफर करती है व्हेन इट कम्स टू रिलीजियस वैल्यू जो कि बिलीव करते हैं गॉड के कंसेप्ट से, ठीक है? Why? Because when we talk about personal God, here we are talking about rules and regulations, right? जो कि हमारे किसके साथ में होंगे? इनके साथ में रिलेटेड होंगे, राइट? बट इफ वी टॉक अबाउट दीज रिलीजियस, ठीक है, हियर विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट एथिक्स, मोरालिटी की बात करेंगे हम लोग यहाँ पे, राइट? वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट सोशल स्टैंडर्ड्स कैसे होने चाहिए. क्या समझ में आया? क्या समझ में आया?
All the God
हम्म. ओके, ठीक है. ऋषि, कैन यू अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Don't make me ask you. जब भी कुछ आता है दिमाग में, unmute yourself and try to indulge yourself in the conversation, ठीक है?
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, the question which you asked, I have to say that there is a legal definition of religion in which people belonging to a particular ideology, and there is a particular number in different countries
Hmm.
which requires to be qualified as some ideology to be a religion. particularly does not directly has to do something with God and being theist in that matter. Any cultural
Okay,
practices can combine to form a religion.
okay. What's the definition for you of religion?
Yes, ma'am, atheism qualifies as a religion.
Okay, good. ठीक है. Okay, so when we talk about religion, it could be like, about deep commitment to values also. ठीक है, we are not talking about some divine worship only. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं, humans are there, they are finding this objective moral meaning, right? Even without God. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है, ये माना जाता है कि it should be like free to live ethically. ठीक है, हमें अपने supernatural belief में basically खुद को trap नहीं करना है, right? This is what philosophy also asks the question. कि जब हम लोग गॉड का कंसेप्ट की बात करते हैं, राइट, हाउ मच वी आर रिलेटिंग इट विद द कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड, और एथिकली कितना इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है, राइट? सो फिलॉसफी ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज वैल्यूज, दे ट्राई टू बैलेंस इन बिटवीन. ठीक है, अब नॉन थीस्टिक रिलीजन की अगर हम बात करें, एज वन एग्जांपल शी गेव, दैट इज बुद्धिज्म. उसके अलावा ऋषि.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it would not be right to say Buddhism in particular because some sects like Hinian Buddhism will follow Lord Buddha as the god. Therefore, we must be precise about only Mahayan Buddhism that can be qualified as atheistic god or Jainism to that matter.
So we cannot name Buddhism in this category, is it so?
Ma'am, entirely Buddhism, no. Mahayan Buddhism, yes.
Okay, and Jainism?
Yes, we can.
Okay, in what basis we can?
Ma'am, by the particular philosophy of Jainism, there is no supernatural personal god. Uh, this stream of consciousness is primarily their focus, therefore, I feel so.
Okay, so as you said that later Buddhism they were supporting the idea of God. This is not the case, क्योंकि अगर हम बात कर ले अर्ली बुद्धिज्म की, ठीक है, अर्ली बुद्धिज्म में तो था ही ये कंसेप्ट कि हम लोग क्रिएटर पे बिलीव नहीं करेंगे, राइट, किसी कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड पे नहीं बिलीव करेंगे, राइट. सो इवन बेसिकली मिडिल बुद्धिज्म, ठीक है, लेटर डेवलपमेंट की अगर बात करें, महायाना की अगर बात करें, राइट, इवन दे डिड नॉट बिलीव इन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ दिस. ठीक है, वो भी नॉन थियस्टिक थे, राइट. अब उन्होंने बेसिकली यहाँ पे कैलेस्टियल बीइंग्स की अगर तुम बात कर रहे हो, आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, इवन दे डिड नॉट बिलीव इन दिस आइडियोलॉजी. ठीक है, उन्होंने भी, बुद्धिज्म ने भी बेसिकली इस कंसेप्ट को, गॉड के कंसेप्ट को नहीं माना था. और अगर हम मॉडर्न की बात करें तो सेम गोज विद दिस, राइट. सो बुद्धिज्म नेवर एवर बिलीव्ड इन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड. ठीक है, उन्होंने इस आइडियोलॉजी को कभी नहीं माना. दे ओनली बिलीव्ड इन लिबरेशन, ठीक है, इन सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लिबरेशन एंड सफरिंग. ऋषि, व्हिच क्राइटेरिया यू वर टॉकिंग अबाउट, दैट वेयर बुद्धिज्म इज रिलेटिंग दिस कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड? क्योंकि अगर हम बात करें मॉडर्न तक भी वो नॉन थियस्टिक ही परफॉर्म कर रहे थे. So which
Okay,
category
ma'am.
you are talking about?
Ma'am, particularly in today's practice, I was talking about where Lord Buddha, we have statues like officially in their scriptures they don't talk about, but like Lord Buddha himself is worshipped as God. There are statues of him. There are cultural practices which devote same rituals as of Hinduism to Lord Buddha. That was I was talking about.
Okay, so if we talk about these are beliefs. Okay, in what form they are following that ideology. Okay, but when it comes to Buddhism, they are following in the morality only. They are focusing on the liberation only. They are focusing on the suffering only. ठीक है, meditation, compassion. ठीक है, इन चीजों पर ही focus करता है. Even in modern view also. ठीक है, so never ever say that Buddhism or Jainism believe in the concept of God. ठीक है, so these are the examples. So one example was given by you, right? Another was given by him. ठीक है, जो सारी दोनों की बेसिक्स तो है ही आइडियोलॉजी कि नॉन वायलेंस पे जाएंगे, एथिकल पर जाएंगे, राइट. उसके बाद में हम लोग फोकस किस पर करेंगे, सेल्फ लिबरेशन पर फोकस करेंगे, राइट. उसके बाद में देयर आर सम स्ट्रीम्स ऑफ हिंदुइज्म आल्सो जहां पे ये कांसेप्ट है, कहां पे ये कांसेप्ट जो है पर्सनल गॉड वाला हिंदुइज्म में रिजेक्ट किया गया है. एनी आइडिया?
Advaita Vedanta.
वेरी गुड. व्हिच टॉक्स अबाउट व्हाट?
Brahman, the ultimate reality, non-dual.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. तो इससे हमें क्या पता चलता है कि ये जो आइडियोलॉजीज है, राइट, ये हमें बताती है दैट रिलीजन कैन एग्जिस्ट विदाउट रिचुअल. बेसिकली एथिक्स के साथ में चल सकते हैं, कम्युनिटी के साथ साथ में चल सकते हैं, राइट. हमारे पास में एक गोल होना चाहिए, एक मीनिंग होना चाहिए, राइट. इवन विदाउट टेकिंग गॉड एज अ सेंटर वी कैन मूव विद रिलीजन. अंडरस्टूड? गॉट इट? ऋषि, व्हाट डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दिस?
Yes, ma'am, I do get it that God is being a central position in the religion, but it is not essential condition for religion to take place.
Okay. Now tell me that how is it different than atheism? एथिज्म से कैसे अलग है?
The idea of personal God?
ओके, बट डिफर कैसे करता है?
No, ma'am, I am asking about the question that atheism differs from.
From this idea of religion. Atheism and idea, that idea of religion without God. So how these two are different?
Ma'am, exactly, I can't say, but I feel like that religion without God talks about that there is no necessity of God. Religion can exist in ethical and rational domain, but atheism makes a certain claim that there is no supernatural being. Like they are certain about that.
Good. So atheists की अगर हम बात करें तो what they talk about, they are saying that there is, they believe in lack of belief in God, right? और जब हम लोग बात करते हैं religion without God की, so what we are talking about spiritual life, ठीक है? हम लोग meaning की बात करते हैं, community की बात करते हैं, हम लोग ethics की बात करते हैं, right? So there is one thing that you have to understand कि not all atheists are religious, ठीक है? But some people who do not believe in God, right? They still have this ideology, they still believe that there are moral things also, there are meaningful aspects also, right? उसके साथ साथ में they are spiritually rich also, right? So this is the common features that they have. Understood? Rishi, understood, बच्चा?
Yes, ma'am.
And there is one concept that you have to understand, that religion is never ever about God only. ठीक है? रीजन हमें समझ में आ गए? आ रहे समझ में आया? पहला तो when we talk about spiritual but not religious, ठीक है? People experience this scaredness without institution, right? So this is why we move towards religion. अब देखो, रिलीजन में जब हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, वी आर कंसीडरिंग, वी मेड दिस कंसेप्ट, व्हाई? बिकॉज वी नीडेड प्रोटेक्शन। किस चीज से प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए थे हमें? रिलीजन वाला कंसेप्ट बना ही क्यों? व्हाई वाज दिस कंसेप्ट मेड? वी अंडरस्टैंड
Uncertainty से.
किस चीज से?
Uncertainty say, for example, if we talk about Hobbes' anarchical state, so there is constant fight, natural phenomena like flood, lightning, we are not sure about them, why they are happening. We don't have any ethical guidelines to govern the society in which the state can be formed. So God, and also I feel infinite regress of causation. Like the universe cannot be self-created. It is such a precise, fine-tuned argument by Derek Parfit. We can feel like that there needs to be a creator for such an amazing creation. That's lead to the necessity of God.
गुड। अर्षित, तुम ये ऐसे क्यों बैठते हो? व्हाई यू कैन नॉट सिट ऑन फर्स्ट बेंच? ओके, से
follow a certain path.
Hmm.
So that is one of the major ideas. If people are from different avoid conflicts and so promote one religion over the other.
ओके, गुड, ठीक है। आर्या, एनीथिंग दैट यू वांट टू से? हाँ,
So it clears that there is not always fear of uncertainty.
हाँ,
Mind to follow the religion. It can be a desire or want of being moral or being attached to the world and being true and being good and defining the pure inside.
ओके। सो व्हाट डिड वी अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दिस कि एथिक्स और वैल्यूज जो है बेसिकली हमारे रीजनिंग में भी ग्राउंड हो सकती है, राइट? उसके साथ साथ में कंपैशन में, एंड वी कैन टॉक अबाउट डिवाइन कमांड्स आल्सो, ठीक है? सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन सम अप इट, ठीक है? अब बहुत सारे इंटेलेक्चुअल्स आर देयर हु फील्स दैट मीनिंग कम्स फ्रॉम विदिन, ठीक है? दिस मीनिंग ऑफ रिलीजन कम्स विदिन, राइट? वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस एक्सटर्नल डीपी, राइट? What we are focusing on ethical things, right? Norms are there, rules are there, ठीक है? Again, what is the difference between norms and rules? Harishi?
Ma'am, rules have a legal mandate while norms are certain principles and guidelines that can be followed.
ओके, ठीक है, समझ में आया यहाँ तक? आ रहा है? एनी क्वेश्चन? समझ आया? Religion is power. Yes, we can say that. Rishi, can we say religion is power?
In some sense, yes. In some sense, no. Religion
Why we
is
can?
have been
Why no?
historically. Ma'am, historical, yes, in obvious spiritual sense, ethical sense, but no, in terms of religion, has been a tool to discriminate people on the basis of caste. Majority of the religious practices are misogynistic in nature, so at times we cannot say that as an absolute statement.
Okay, makes sense. ठीक है. Okay, so we understood about non-theistic religion जिसको बोला जाता है, right? Atheistic spirituality भी जिसको बोला जाता है, this concept of religion without God. ठीक है. अब इसका मतलब है that religion is not totally dependent on the concept of personal being, right? Personal God, right? अब यहाँ पे हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं that religion without God is an approach to religion जहाँ पे हमारे पास में there is spirituality and there is meaning in life is also present, right? अब यहाँ पे हमारे पास में certain practices are there which is telling us that how we should live ethically, right? Now people are seeking this deeper understanding of life, right? They are trying to understand that how we should live, how we should behave, how we should act, right? उसके साथ साथ में, right? अब यहाँ पे ये चीज तो बिलीव करते हैं, राइट? बट व्हाट दे आर नॉट बिलीविंग इन, वो किसी सुप्रीम बीइंग को बिलीव नहीं करते हैं, राइट? वो किसी आइडिया को बिलीव नहीं करते हैं, आइडिया ऑफ गॉड, राइट? पर्सनल बीइंग को बिलीव नहीं करते हैं, राइट? किस चीज पर फोकस करते हैं? दे आर फोकसिंग ऑन एथिक्स, ठीक है? मतलब राइट कंडक्ट पर दे आर फोकसिंग ऑन. And when we talk about ethics, what it tells us, what ethics tells to us? How to behave morally. What else, Rishi?
Moral code conduct of life, how the society can be governed, how what is individual's responsibility towards the society and towards larger good.
Okay, मतलब मोरल लिविंग के बारे में बताती है ना? हमारा एथिकल बिहेवियर बताता है, ह्यूमन वैल्यूज के बारे में बताती है, राइट? सो दे कीप इट लाइक सेंट्रल एज अ पार्ट ऑफ रिलीजन, राइट? दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. मतलब ये चीज दिखाती है दैट हाउ वी शुड लाइक लिव राइटली, राइट? बी हाउ टू बी कंपैशनेट, और बेसिकली सोसाइटी को कैसे बिल्ड करना है, राइट? And we are focusing on good commands, that how we should focus on behaving, how we should focus on ethical values, right? Ab people are still asking this question, that if it comes to religion, right? So the question arises in this, that why am I here, right? The question arises, right? How I should live, right? What is the ultimate goal of us, right? Why human existence is there? एक ultimate goal तो होगा ना, अगर कोई चीज बनाई गई है, so there might be purpose, right? So people are still asking this question. So you philosophy student, if you have to answer this, what you will answer to this? Rishi?
I'm still finding.
Okay, imagine that you are atheist. Okay, you do not believe in the concept of God. And now if you have to answer this, how will you reply to it?
Satisfaction.
And what if you being atheist, right, and someone is telling you that you will get, satisfaction after getting moksha? The satisfaction you are saying is nothing but just a worldly pleasure. The real pleasure is over here. Then?
No, when I talk about satisfaction, it does not necessarily has to do something with material wealth or material acquisition of resources. Satisfaction in mental terms. I can be mentally at peace by helping others, by helping a poor, giving charity, donations, saving someone's life, also accumulating wealth. There can be several components to that, but constant state of bliss. And in several schools, moksha does not necessarily has to do something with the other world too. Like Buddhism itself, Lord Buddha was alive when he did Mahachakra Parivartana. So it does not mean that when you will die, you will go to some other world. Therefore, it can be achievable in this life itself.
So all these things that you have said, right, even the Buddhism concept, that it came to a later one when the division happened in the Buddhism, right? So then this concept came. So I want to ask you that all the pleasure that you have mentioned, isn't it somewhere related to this worldly pleasure only, connecting to the materialistic thing that you have like negated? Isn't it something related to that only?
Yes, ma'am. It is within the physical world.
Okay. तो और क्या दिखाता है इसके अलावा? दिस टेल्स अस अबाउट द स्पिरिचुअल एक्सपीरियंस आल्सो, ठीक है? तो हमारे इनर एक्सपीरियंस की यहाँ पर बात हो रही है, राइट? जैसे मेडिटेशन इज देयर, माइंडफुलनेस इज देयर, सेल्फ एक्सपीरियंस इज देयर, राइट? सो अवेयरनेस ऑफ रियलिटी इज देयर, राइट? तो ये सारे एक्सपीरियंस जो है हेल्प करते हैं हमें टू फील कनेक्टेड एंड टू फील समथिंग डीपर, राइट? जो हमारी ऑर्डिनरी लाइफ के अलावा है उसके अलावा, राइट? सो दे हेल्प अस इन बिलीव ऑफ सेंस ऑफ पीस आल्सो, ट्रांसेंडेंस आल्सो, राइट? सो दे हेल्प अस आंसर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस दैट वी हैव मेंशन्ड बिफोर, ठीक है? यहाँ तक समझ में आया? तो क्या समझ में आया? दैट रिलीजन इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट डॉगमास, ठीक है, it is not only about beliefs, it is more than that, right? So religion is not only about personal God या फिर personal belief, सिर्फ divine की बात नहीं करता, it is more than that, right? यहाँ पे हम लोग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, right? ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ बेसिकली पर्सन, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट लिव्ड एक्सपीरियंसेस, हम लोग यहाँ पर फोकस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट अवेयरनेस, राइट? So religion is not only the concept that is related to God, it is more than that. We are talking about ethics, we are talking about spirituality, we are talking about, you know, how we should live and how we should behave. ठीक है, ethical conduct के बारे में हम लोग यहाँ पे बात करते हैं. Got it? As Rishi said, that we are still trying to find out. Okay. Okay. Now another thing. अगर हम लोग एथिज्म की बात कर रहे हैं, so is it the concept that is, you know, just related to not believing in God? Atheism सिर्फ इतनी सी definition है, or it is more than that?
Ma'am, there is a larger extension to agnostic atheism, in which they does not give any claim. They just do not believe in the prior claim of theistic people that there exists a personal supernatural God. They are unsure about the reality and the ultimate question of meaning and existence.
Okay, makes sense.
not only have their own ideas.
Arya, is Saptarishi not there? Is he absent?
According to me, the non-believing persons are those who have confidence in themselves. They are not accepting the authority of, and they are too much confident in nature as well. That there is
Okay. When it comes to the concept of atheism, atheism का मतलब सिर्फ होता है I don't believe in God. ठीक है, इससे ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं, राइट? ना कोई रूल्स है, ना कोई यहाँ पे नॉर्म्स है, ना ही कोई, you know, there is no special way of living. ठीक है, you are just focusing on what? तुम सिर्फ believe, disbelief पर focus करते हो, right? But when we talk about religion without God, right? So we are including each and every aspect into it. ठीक है, we are basically saying that I don't believe in God, but I still have ways to live a good life, right? We have to find meaning. Okay, there is a way, you know, to connect with others also, right? So this is the difference between atheism and religion without God. समझ में आया? Basic definition. Rishi understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So when we talk about religion without God, we are talking about the concept like being kind and ethical, right? We are talking about having a moral guide over here, right? We are talking about feeling connected, matlab through community also, through, you know, meditation also, through traditions also, right? We are doing that, right? उसके बाद में हम लोग पर्पस फाइंड करने की कोशिश करते हैं इसमें, राइट? वी आर ट्राइंग टू नो दैट व्हाई यू आर हियर, राइट? व्हाट्स द पर्पस ऑफ यू, राइट? वी आर बेसिकली ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट हाउ लाइक वेल वी शुड लिव, राइट? तो ये के सारे क्वेश्चंस जो है हमारे यहाँ पर आंसर होते हैं, राइट? When we talk about atheism, there is a very simple and very one-liner explanation to it. That is that I do not believe in the concept of divine power. ठीक है? Okay. So यहाँ से क्या समझ में आया? That all religions without God don't follow in the concept of God, right? But not all atheists are religions. समझ में आया? क्या समझ आ रहा है?
first one ethics and morality. But there are those who say that they don't believe in God. Like they do not believe in God.
समझ आया? So some atheists just, you know, live day by day, right? Without thinking about ethics, they do not think about purpose, they do not think about spirituality. ठीक है? समझ में आया? तो, you know, atheist is there who is saying that, you know, I do not believe in the concept of Santa. ठीक है? वो simply ये बोलता है, right? But if we talk about religion without God, right? So what they are telling to us, कि okay, I also do not believe in Santa, but there is a but, right? So what they are saying that I will still help others, right? I will celebrate meaningful things, and right, and I will try to live well. ठीक है? ये difference है दोनों के बीच में. Got it? Which concept do you believe in, and which one you reject? Why?
God is and being atheist, they are not following the rule of life. So I think that they can harm the society. Their immorality can be harmful for the society.
Okay, Rishi.
Ma'am, there was a connection loss. Could you please repeat the question?
What was the question? Okay, yes. So did you hear the difference between a religion without God and atheist?
Yes, ma'am.
So which one do you support and why?
I support religion without God
Why?
because it has a moral finding, it has
Hmm.
substantive use of ethics, it prevents society from becoming anarchical in nature,
Uh,
and brings a platform of social coherence. For example, festivals,
hmm,
even without God, they are a good medium for societal engagement
hmm.
and also for economic welfare of the society and nation at large. Economic growth also it helps in that.
Okay. So if we talk about Charvak, are you aware of his philosophy? I've introduced you to him. So Rishi, you are aware of Charvak?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have to put him in a category, in which category will you put him?
Atheism.
Are you sure? Or there are some doubts? Think.
Most probably atheism, yes.
Because
Because firstly, there is no existence of God. Secondly, absence of morals as well. It primarily talks about worldly pleasure, driven like its quote
okay,
of
just a
Pitvam
second.
Pitvam
You
Puna
said that
Pitvam.
he comes in the category of atheism, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the reasons you are giving are
Absence of morality,
okay,
personal God,
okay,
afterlife.
okay,
It does not constitute sky as an element like space at large, which does means that it do not belong to supernatural world, something like that.
uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Primarily this.
So you think that these are characters of atheism? Personal God, I understood, right? He did not believe in afterlife. Okay, understood. The first one was absence of morality. Are these are the first one? This the first one is character of atheism. This atheist.
Uh, I meant absence of morality means no derivative morality based in grounded in religion. Like solely scientific or rational based ethics can be their part of atheism, but because his morality does not depend on God or something from divine command, therefore atheism.
ओके वेरी गुड सो दिस इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन क्यों क्योंकि चारवाक ने बहुत क्लियरली बोला था कि ना मैं गॉड के कंसेप्ट पे बिलीव करता हूँ ना मैं सोल के कंसेप्ट पे बिलीव करता हूँ राइट ना ही मैं आफ्टर लाइफ पे बिलीव करूंगा ना ही कर्मा और रिबर्थ पे बिलीव करूंगा राइट तो वो क्या बोलता था वट एवर आई एम गोइंग टू सी और एक्सपीरियंस ठीक है परसेप्शन के बेसिस पे वट एवर आई एम गोइंग टू सी आई एम गोइंग टू बिलीव ऑन दैट थ्योरी ओनली ठीक है उन्होंने हर चीज को रिजेक्ट किया था राइट सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दीज कैरेक्टर्स इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं प्योर एथिस्ट ठीक है अब he is not doubting, he is completely rejecting the idea of God because supernatural beliefs को ideas को वो completely reject करते हैं right now the question arises that can he be named under religion without God तो बिल्कुल नहीं क्यों क्योंकि without God we still have what हमारे पास में अभी भी ethics है right spiritual practices हैं right उसके साथ साथ में moral discipline है we have deeper purpose into this right and when we talk about these things ये सारे की सारी categories चारवाक के साथ में नहीं जाती है this is why we are not putting him in that category क्या समझ आया हर्षित हम्म 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 अरे
Because he said that he do not believe God. He said that he does not believe in karma after death or soul. He completely the idea of God and he is not following the moral and he emphasized the materialistic world and believe in himself what he experienced.
Okay. So tell me, if religion ends in today's world, in 2026 we are talking about, ठीक है, 2026 में religion का concept अगर खत्म हो जाता है, so the concept that we are talking about, morality, ethics, will it also end? Rishi?
No, ma'am, it would not end because as a civilization, we have human civilization at large, we have progressed a lot. Today, religion uh, is one of the source from which we derive morality, but it is not the end and be end all of morality. Today, the societies, the modern democratic societies, are guided by the legal mandate. The legal morality is what is governing the nations, rather religious governance. Religion is governing the primary morality.
Are you sure with your answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Ash. My statement. Okay. Do you want a mic so that he can also hear?
So you asked if all the moral or ethics will continue even though if religion ends. I think mostly it would be a no. I think, I don't think, but I mean, all the laws which we are today, which we see today, religion has based a foundation for them previously. So that is one of the major reasons. Religion is the governing subject behind all these laws, rules, and regulations what we are following today. Yes, ma'am, I'm sure. Not not Harek article, but what united to bring up this constitution is religion, which connects. So I think not completely. Ethics and morality would be still there, but not as good as now. Religion ends.
What I think is that uh, just like we start learning from school, and when the school ends, it doesn't mean our learning ends, but the spirit of learning is somewhere is decreases. So similarly, when the religion will end, so the spirit of morality and being a good soul will decrease, but it's somewhere alive as well. But so we cannot say that after the religion there is no existence of morality and ethics, but yes, there will be decrease.
So when we talk about this unit of philosophy of when we talk about this unit of philosophy optional, okay, religion wala part, make sure that you're understanding and reading it properly because in GS4 you are going to get so many questions out of it. Okay? Religion, favorite concept है UPSC का. So mains के लिए prepare this portion very nicely. I'll be coming with PYQs also, ठीक है? वो भी solve करेंगे. But other than that, paper जो है आज upload हो जाएगा, right? So you can give your test to me और उसके बाद mail पे या फिर admin office में submit कर देना, ठीक है? Okay. Coming, Rishi, whatever these two said, do you agree with this?
Ma'am, I would like to combine their idea. Like she mentioned that when we move from school to college, the learning spirit still continues. And I want to combine this idea between law and religion. Like religion was the school from which our foundation was based. Then we moved to the college of law. But in today's contemporary scenario, the law which was evolved from religion has now become independent of religion. As Supreme Court in Nas Foundation case also said that it is not the popular or religious verdict which mentions, it is the constitutional morality that governs the society. Therefore, it is the legal mandate of the governing nation which is driving the morality and not religion. And at times where religion and law are in conflict, law prevails. Therefore, today law is the primary driving force behind ethics.
Good, very good. Do you agree with him? Ashley, क्यों भाई आगे क्या रह गया? If we talk about India,
Whatever he told is true. But if we talk about India and the people of India, uh, do you think everybody is so solely following the law? Like it doesn't happen always, right? There are some things which are brought up by religion, and then people go by it. So that is one of the things which drives. So I think both law and religion play their role equally. But yeah, law always prevails.
Rishi, are you there? I think he's
Yes,
taking time.
ma'am.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, ma'am. I agree to him that religion drives, but law prevails in the matter. Yes.
Okay, chalo. Understood till here? Okay, now moving to the concept of Buddhism. So, Buddhism की बहुत सारी forms है, right? And they agree to this concept also, right? उनका कोई creator पे focus नहीं था, right? They focused on what? उन्होंने focus करा suffering पर, उन्होंने focus करा meditation पर, right? और उन्होंने focus करा liberation पर, ठीक है? Simple सी ideology थी उनकी, right? They did not focus on this divine belief कि कोई supernatural power है या फिर कुछ भी, right? उन्होंने बेसिकली ये बोला कि हमारे पास में सफरिंग है एंड वी जस्ट हैव टू फोकस ऑन दैट, ठीक है? अब उसके बाद में वी हैव दी सेक्युलर ह्यूमैनिज्म आल्सो, व्हाट दे बिलीव इन. What they believe in. So these people are saying that it's human, right? Humans है हमारे पास में who creates the meaning, ठीक है? God are not the one who is creating the meaning, right? Humans are there which are creating the meaning, right? So humans are creating meaning how? By logic, by science, by facts, right? And by experiences, right? So then they decide that what is right and what is wrong. Rishi, are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what these secular humanism are telling to us that humans are the one who are creating meaning, right? So these are the one who are basically bringing out the meaning, ठीक है? कैसे लेकर आते हैं? लॉजिक के साथ में, right? साइंस के साथ में, एक्सपीरियंस के साथ में, right? और फैक्ट्स के साथ में, right? So after using these elements, we are trying to understand the meaning, right? So God is not, the concept of God is removed from this portion, right? So but what they are telling to us that we are good person because it is right? Not because God said so. Okay, and you are going to read many philosophers who said the same thing, who are going with the same ideology, that is secular humanism. Understood till here? Okay. Still इसको as a religion लेकर चलते हैं. Why? This secular humanism, right? So somewhere we compare it with the idea of religion. Why?
Because using logic, science, facts, and all, we are targeting towards overall welfare and goodness.
ओके, ठीक है. क्यों? क्योंकि हम लोग यहाँ पे अगर ह्यूमैनिज्म की बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो वी आर समवेयर टॉकिंग अबाउट वैल्यूज आल्सो, राइट? वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट पर्पस, है ना? और अगर हम इन चीजों की बात करें, सो समवेयर दीज आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ रिलीजन आल्सो, ठीक है? हम लोग वैल्यू की बात करें, इट मींस व्हाट कि हम लोग काइंडनेस की बात करते हैं, इक्वालिटी की बात करते हैं, राइट? सो सेम कांसेप्ट यू विल फाइंड दिस ह्यूमैनिज्म आल्सो, राइट? इक्विटी की, इक्वालिटी की बात करते हैं. पर्पस की अगर हम बात करें तो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंप्रूविंग ह्यूमन लाइफ आल्सो, ठीक है? तो सेम कांसेप्ट इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन रिलीजन आल्सो, ठीक है? इसीलिए इसको इसके साथ में कंपेयर किया जाता है. गॉट इट? ठीक है. ओके, तो ये सारे एग्जांपल, सेक्युलर ह्यूमैनिज्म हुआ, जैनिज्म हुआ, बुद्धिज्म हुआ, राइट? So what this is telling to us that we do not need the concept of God when it comes to religion. ठीक है, बिना God के भी religion का concept exist कर सकता है in the society, right? And when we talk about development of humans, so it can also be brought out in a good form if we talk about the concept of religion existing without God, without any divine power. ठीक है, कोई question, anything कुछ दिमाग में चल रहा हो, आ रहा है? What concept did Hume give? Somewhere partially we can agree to it. ठीक है, हाँ. Rishi बच्चा understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that is going in your mind ये पढ़ने के बाद में?
No, ma'am, it's fine. I understood. Like, yes.
Harshit, what did you understand from this?
Derives that there is no God.
Hmm.
But people bring rationality,
Hmm.
experience. This concept is like tied to religion because it holds the same characteristics as
Hmm.
Humanism says that there is no existence of God and humans are created only and then they decide what is wrong and what is right through the logic, facts, and experience of them. And we say that we are doing good because we find it right, not because God says it. And we consider secular humanism as a religion because it carries value for purpose of life and morality. And the purpose of life and secularism.
ठीक है. ऋषि, what did you understand till here? क्या समझ आया यहाँ तक?
Ma'am, that secular humanism can be compared with religion because it is derived from values and purpose, helping others, goodness, welfare, etc. Therefore, even using logic, science, facts, etc., we can conclude that something is associated with religion and God as a central figure is not a necessity.
Okay, there is one question that I want to ask you, that if someone is there, okay, and that person never believes in God, but always fights for justice. So are they like less religious or not? Question is that if there is a person, right, and he never believes in the concept of God, right, but always fights for justice. So is he like less religious? No? What perspectives?
I think there are perspectives for this, perspective of views. Like when you look at the person as a plain being, like without thinking, without bringing up the concept of religion, he's considered to be good because he always goes by justice and follows legality and all. But if you ask the same question to somebody who is highly religious, like he would definitely say no, he's obviously less religious. So,
Rishi, do you hear the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What do you think about it?
Ma'am, as in the class, we have defined religion as something which does not necessarily mean believing in personal God and more focused towards other things such as ethics or cultural social practices. Therefore, he is not of lesser religion anyhow. Like he is equally religious as any other being.
ठीक है, makes sense. ठीक है. Okay. Now there is another person. We are going to understand Ronald Dworkin. Ever heard about him? सुना है कभी इनके बारे में? ऋषि.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So he is a modern philosopher, ठीक है, and he is also a legal thinker, जिन्होंने अपनी famous book लिखी है Religion Without God, ठीक है. अब इन्होंने explain किया है that how religion can still exist without God. And what exactly is the concept of God, who actually believes in it, ठीक है, वो क्या क्या चीजें mention करते हैं, right? So he compared religion with the idea of God, right? And he differentiated these people in two parts, ठीक है, जो believe करते हैं इस चीज में, जो believe नहीं करते हैं, right? So if we talk about him, तो उन्होंने बेसिकली बोला दैट यू डू नॉट नीड टू बिलीव इन गॉड जस्ट टू बी रिलीजियस, ठीक है, वही वाला आइडिया जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, राइट। तो उन्होंने बोला दैट he said that this is not just about God, right? हम लोग यहाँ पे बेसिकली बात कर रहे हैं, we are talking about this deeper meaning, जहाँ पे हम लोग moral values की बात कर रहे हैं, truth is there, justice is there, right? उसके साथ साथ में there is respect for the universe also, right? So it means what? We are respecting the concept of nature also, ठीक है, we are talking about humans also. एक एथिकल वैल्यू जो है हम वो यहाँ पर क्रिएट करता है व्हेन इट कम्स टू रिलीजन, एक यूनिवर्सल वैल्यू क्रिएट करते हैं, है ना। So the same concept that was given to us by Buddhism and Jainism, right? Now, according to him, what he said that religion is nothing but just a mixture of values. यहाँ पे हम लोग meaning की बात करते हैं, we are talking about respect for life, right? So these are the characteristics of religion, right? So we are not only talking about the concept of God, ठीक है। अब he is very important क्योंकि इनसे पहले जो लोग थे वो basically जो भी philosophers थे वो क्या बात करते थे that religion is nothing but just belief in God, right? So now Dawkins basically he came and he said that religion is more than that, right? So it's a way of living we are talking about, ठीक है, its values, its purpose, right? That is existing without the concept of God, ठीक है। Now he basically explained कि you know हमारी जो old thinking थी वो पूरी फोकस थी किस चीज पर, गॉड पे थी, सोल पर थी, सुपरनैचुरल बिलीफ पर थी, राइट। जैसे हम लोग वेदास में देखा था, राइट, हम लोगों ने बेसिकली समझा था। और बेसिकली अगर हम बात करें तो रिलीजन वो इस कंसेप्ट के साथ में भी आया था दैट वी हैव टू इंट्रोड्यूस पावर इन द सोसाइटी, ठीक है। हम लोग पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं इस बारे में कि रिलीजन बना क्यों था। रिलीजन बना था पावर शो करने के लिए, ठीक है। पावर किस चीज के लिए शो करने के लिए? रूलर और सिटीजन्स के बीच में, to create the fear. Should you agree with this?
Ma'am, that religion was created.
That somewhere religion, the one of the reason that religion was created and it became powerful was to create the power. Power between whom? Power between ruler and between citizen. Is it so? Do you agree with this?
Yes, it can be one of the reason.
It is one of the reason, right? So बेसिकली दिस आइडिया वाज कि यू नो ट्रेडिशनल व्यू में ये आइडिया था कि अगर आप यू नो गॉड को बिलीव नहीं कर रहे हो, राइट, सो यू आर नॉट रिलीजियस, राइट। बट he came, right, and his new thinking came and he said that you are basically not talking about God only in religion, right? हम लोग बात करते हैं ट्रूथ की, हम लोग बात करते हैं ब्यूटी की, we are talking about justice also, right? Now Dawkins says that if you believe that truth is important, right, so justice should always be followed, right? Life has meaning to it, ठीक है। ये सारी चीजें उन्होंने बात करी अपनी बुक में and he says that you take these things deeply and you take these sincerely और उसके बाद आप मूव करते हैं if you are talking about religion, right? So then you are considered religious in real sense जब आप लोग you know justice की बात करेंगे, जब आप लोग human values की बात करेंगे, जब आप लोग purpose की बात करेंगे, right, then also you can be known as religious person, ठीक है। ओके हम रिलीजियस बनेंगे कैसे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू टेक राइट एंड रॉन्ग वेरी सीरियसली, ठीक है। अब जब हम लोग राइट एंड रॉन्ग की बात करते हैं तो फिर आपके दिमाग में आता होगा कि मैम राइट एंड रॉन्ग तो वेरी भी कर सकते हैं, so something that is right to me will be wrong to you, right, and vice versa, right? This can also happen. So how will we solve this problem, Rishi?
Ma'am, we can take the Kantian path of objective rational morality that is based in the idea of rationality, in which we have objective moral principles that are categorical imperative for all, and in which right and wrong is judged on the basis of whether it is logically sound or not. Or second approach can be Bentham's utilitarianism, in which
I was just waiting for this. I was waiting for someone to say this. Yes.
in which we can judge the welfare on the basis of whether it produces welfare for the masses as compared to the individual. But we can, I personally, I don't subscribe to Mill's utilitarianism because it at times plays higher pleasure for hedonistic pleasures.
Good, very good, ठीक है।
Yes.
Okay, so you'll be hearing this utilitarianism lots and lots of time in my class because this is Arya's favorite concept and she'll be repeating this again and again. Okay? Okay, very good. Yes, anyone else? Hmm. So there are some universal rights and wrongs. ठीक है, good हाँ. मैं मेरा वाला कंसेप्ट तो बोल दिया उससे. मैं एक ही तो बोलने वाली थी, वो उससे ले लिया ऋषि ने. ओके, अंडरस्टूड है. कोई क्वेश्चन? तो वो क्या बोल रहे थे कि जब तक हम लोग बेसिकली राइट और रॉन्ग के कंसेप्ट को बिल्कुल सीरियस नहीं लेंगे, राइट, जब तक हम लोग जस्टिस को नहीं समझेंगे, राइट, एज इट शुड बी फॉलोड, राइट, एंड ही सेज दैट दिस लाइफ हैज लाइक मीनिंग एंड पर्पस, राइट, दिस आल्सो शुड बी अंडरस्टूड. जब तक आप इस चीज को नहीं समझेंगे देन यू कैन नॉट बी कॉल्ड एज रिलीजियस आल्सो. ठीक है, तो इफ वी आर लाइक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑल दीज एस्पेक्ट इन अ डीपर सेंस देन विल बी नोन एज रिलीजियस पर्सन. ठीक है, समझ में यहाँ पे. अब उन्होंने अपनी थ्योरी में दो इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट दिए. ठीक है, अगर हम पहले एलिमेंट की बात करें तो ही सेड एथिकल कमिटमेंट. ठीक है, क्या बोला उन्होंने एथिकल कमिटमेंट में? व्हाट डू यू थिंक ही माइट हैव सेड इन दिस? वो तो एथिकल कमिटमेंट में समझ भी आ गया. और कुछ? कुछ और? हर्ष, सॉरी, ऋषि.
Ma'am, I didn't get the question. Who said ethical commission? Like what?
He gave two important elements. Ronald gave two important elements. The first element that he gave to us is ethical commitment. So what do you mean by this?
For religion to persist without God, we need ethics at the center in which we are committed to it.
Okay, anything else? Okay, ethical element की उन्होंने यहाँ पे क्या बात करी? He said that there are certain things which are always, right. ठीक है? Few things which are always right. कौन सी चीजें होंगी ऐसी? Okay, good. Yes, treating everyone equally, kindness is there, right? Honesty is there, right? So ये सारी की सारी चीजें हमेशा सही होंगी, right? And there are certain things which are always wrong, right? Killing is wrong, ठीक है? उसके साथ साथ में cruelty is wrong, injustice is wrong, right? So this belief is very strong and very serious also, ठीक है? So these are not the casual things we are talking about, ठीक है? मतलब normally people will think that right and wrong comes from God, right? But Dawkins, but basically he is telling to us that no, even without God, we can differentiate this, right? We can differentiate between wrong and right. We do not require, we do not need God in this. समझ में आया? आ रहा? ओके, इसके बाद में हमारे पास में स्पिरिचुअल एटीट्यूड. What we are talking about? Rishi.
No, ma'am. Without God's spiritual attitude,
In this we are talking about sense of wonder we are talking about. अब बताओ.
maybe something to do with meditation, in which we have mental peace, satisfaction, contentment.
Satisfaction, ठीक है. Okay, are you happy with your life? हम UPSC के लिए prepare कर रहे हैं. What kind of question is this? Rishi, are you happy with your life?
Yes, ma'am. Very happy.
Very happy. You? Condition. Okay. You are happy. Happy, very happy, condition. So I have like all the varieties in my classroom. ठीक है. तो अगर हम बात करें स्पिरिचुअल एटीट्यूड की, व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग इन हियर, तो यहाँ पे हम लोग बेसिकली लाइफ के बारे में समझ रहे हैं, राइट? सो यू आर बेसिकली फीलिंग दिस अमेजमेंट अबाउट द वर्ल्ड, राइट? यू आर फीलिंग रिस्पेक्ट फॉर लाइफ, यू आर बेसिकली क्यूरियस अबाउट एग्जिस्टेंस, राइट? सो इवन विदाउट थिंकिंग अबाउट द कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड, यू हैव दीज फीलिंग्स इन यू, है ना? है ना? अगर कोई एथिस्ट है, राइट, सो वुड यू थिंक वो बेसिकली खुश नहीं होगा अपनी लाइफ में, राइट? ही इज नॉट रिस्पेक्टिंग हिज लाइफ. रिस्पेक्ट करता है ना वो, राइट? सो दिस इज द सेकंड पॉइंटर दैट ही गेव टू अस. उन्होंने बोला that if person is there, right, and he is not believing in the concept of God, right, so he is still going to feel all these things. So spiritual doesn't always mean religious या फिर God से related होना चाहिए हमारा. इसका मतलब होता है that you are feeling something deep, right? You are feeling something meaningful and beyond daily life you are feeling that, right? So this is the second pointer that he explained, that we do not require each and every time the concept of God. Got it? Rishi Bachcha, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. what are the two parts, Harshit? Hmm. 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 Is his theory making sense to you, or do you want to criticize him? It makes sense. You want to criticize in any phase? No, Rishi,
Yes, ma'am. Agree. Agree to him.
you agree with him? You are not. You cannot criticize him. There is not a single pointer that you can criticize him on. Arif, you agree with him. Which is?
Like he talks about the spiritual attitude, right? There's no need of God to feel spiritually good. But where is the spiritually goodness coming from? So you need a creature, I mean, you need a creator to tell you that this is spiritually good or bad, right? Maybe that can be point. I mean, ethical commitment is fine. That is talking about always right and such kind of thing. But he tells that there is no need of God always. I mean, for that to know that it is spiritually correct, we need somebody to tell that it is correct, right? Yes, ma'am. That's why I think.
Rishi, is the second pointer spiritual attitude? Is this somewhere related to the concept of metaphysics?
Yes, in the sense of meaning of life, reason for existence,
Hmm.
but not in the domain of creator and creation duality.
Okay, so Harshit is saying that if this spiritual attitude we are talking about, that this sense that if we are talking about this beyond experiences, right? We're experiencing these kinds of things, right? So he is basically asking the question that from where this sense is coming. For that, at least we need a creator, right? At least we need a person who can judge on basis of this. Is this what you're saying? So to this, how will you reply to him? What do you say?
Ma'am, I think ethical commitment is the prerequisite condition for second spiritual attitude. It is the ethical commitment, the idea of universal good, which is giving this spiritual attitude to us. So therefore, there is no need for creator.
Okay, makes sense. So, okay, so his question is that from where the concept of good, universal good comes from.
Rationality.
Again, it's a cycle. Okay, chalo. We'll be discussing more about this. Okay, in the coming chapters, we'll be discussing more. Okay, okay. यहाँ तक कोई question? There are criticisms. We'll be discussing about criticism. So there is one homework for you. Tomorrow, I want criticism from you people, okay, and we'll be discussing all of them in classroom, okay. So this is the basic theory, okay, of his, right? So if you think, and I want your criticism, okay, dig more, right, understand more to what exactly he was telling about God, right? अगर तुम्हें इसका book चाहिए तो I'll put in the group also, ठीक है? एक बार छोटे छोटे articles भी ऐसे कुछ what people have said, right, how they criticize, and I'll put that also, ठीक है? और उसके basis पे we'll have more discussion to it, ठीक है ऋषि?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the next concept that we have is value realism. क्या होता है value realism? Hmm. Obviously, that's why we are talking about values. Rishi,
Ma'am, I have not studied it entirely. I'm just dissecting the terms and telling you.
guessworks are
So
best in my class, right?
yes, ma'am. So value realism, I feel, would be something like values
Hmm.
exist independently, like mind independent reality for values, in
Very
which
good.
they are not subject to our interpretation, rather objectively out there.
वेरी गुड, ठीक है। वैल्यू रियलिज्म की बात करें, इसका मतलब होता है मोरल वैल्यूज आर रियल, ठीक है। सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑब्जेक्टिव वैल्यूज, राइट। मतलब दे आर सेम फॉर एवरीवन। समझ आया? क्या समझ आया हर्षु? Exactly. So this right and wrong is just not a conception. Okay. So this is, truth in themselves, right? They are existing in themselves. They are true in themselves, right? Now, so even if people are there, right, they are disagreeing, right? Even if society is changing, right? But some things will remain there, right? Justice is going always and always to be right, right? This cruelty will always and always will be wrong. ठीक है, वो exist ही करेंगे, ये right and wrong का concept रहेगा, right? So it doesn't matter what is changing, they'll be objective, they'll be same forever, right? This is value realism. समझ आया आ रहा है? ठीक है. So what we are understanding from this, that these concepts are not created by us, ठीक है? They are existing in themselves, right? They exist independently. Harshit Bacha, are you writing all the pointers that I'm writing here? Sorry, Rishi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do one thing. I'll basically write my mail ID over there, and you can send those notes to me. Okay, I just want to see that how you are making these notes of yours. Okay, उसके बाद में notes I'll be sending to you. Okay, जब ये
Okay,
complete होते
sure,
हैं.
ma'am.
Okay, so अच्छा, अगर इस concept को हमें रोनाल्ड के साथ में compare करना होगा, so how will you do that? Hmm.
Something like that. He said that there is something which is right will exist. Two things are right are always right.
Okay, good, very good. Rishi.
Ma'am, with the two features of Ronald of ethical commitment,
Hmm.
ethical commitment now here would make sense because ethics can be defined in the terms of objective mind independent reality,
Hmm.
which is also independent of God.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Therefore, we can define the ethics in the ethical commitment.
very good. हाँ. ओके, सो अगर हम बात करें रोनाल्ड की, सो व्हाट ही सेज, ही आल्सो बिलीव्स इन द कांसेप्ट ऑफ वैल्यू रियलिज्म, ठीक है। अब वो बोलता है कि जैसे हमारे पास में ट्रुथ जैसी वैल्यू हुई, राइट, उसके बाद में ब्यूटी इज देयर, जस्टिस देयर, राइट, सो दीस कांसेप्ट्स आर रियल, राइट, सो दे आर नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन द कांसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड, राइट, दे आर एग्जिस्टिंग ऑन देयर ओन, जैसे कि यहाँ पे इनके फीचर्स हैं, राइट, वैल्यू इन रियलिज्म का फीचर है, राइट। सो व्हाट ही इज टेलिंग टू अस दैट यू कैन बी रिलीजियस बाय बिलीविंग इन दीस वैल्यूज, ठीक है, बिना किसी एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ गॉड के, बिना इस बिलीफ के भी आप इस चीज को बिलीव कर सकते हैं, राइट। सो व्हाट वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग फ्रॉम दिस, that values are discovered or not? They are discovered. So what we are understanding, that values are discovered, they are not created. You were saying something. Understood? Rishi Bacha got it?
Yes, ma'am.
मतलब वैल्यू रियलिज्म का मतलब क्या है कि वो राइट और रॉन्ग है, राइट, दे आर रियल एंड दे आर यूनिवर्सल, दीज आर नॉट द मेड अप कांसेप्ट्स, राइट, दे आर एग्जिस्टिंग इन देमसेल्व्स नो मैटर व्हाट। चाहे सोसाइटी चेंज होती है, चाहे लोग चेंज होते हैं, तुम्हारा ओपिनियन मैटर नहीं करता है, मेरा ओपिनियन मैटर नहीं करता है, डजंट मैटर। If something is there, then it is going to be right if it was right before, right? No matter what the situation was, it is not focusing on that. Why? Because we are talking about objective truths over here. क्या क्या समझ आ रहा है?
Values to everyone. Like it's apart from change. There is and the object which is value it exists independently. The value is not discovered. Value is discovered, not created.
Okay.
But I have a question. Like in our past topics, topic of revelation. We have studied that humans are not that much capable to understand the real value of life until there is no power to give them. Like many philosophers say that revelation is the source where God gave us knowledge. So here there is no concept of revelation. So how can we say that this is too much?
उसी का क्रिटिसिज्म, उसी का ऑपोजिट व्यू तो पढ़ रहे हैं हम लोग, अभी तो उसके जैसा नहीं है ये, बिकॉज हाँ, रेवोल्यूशन में किस चीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? इन रेवोल्यूशन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड, कि वहां पे एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ गॉड की जरूरत है ना, बट हेयर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द कंसेप्ट ऑफ रिलीजन दैट इज एग्जिस्टिंग विदाउट गॉड ऑल्सो। समझ में आया कि डिफर क्यों करता है ये? ओके ओके, अब यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्टिव का मतलब क्या है? कैन यू गिव मी एन एग्जांपल ऑफ ऑब्जेक्टिव? और being moral, what is objective? That it is true everywhere, right? This is for everyone. ये objective है, right? That this is going to exist always, right? So it is not depending on culture, it is not depending on religion, it is not depending on community, ना ही ये personal opinion पे depend करता है, right? So this is true for everyone, right? मतलब if fire is burning, right? So this is true for all also, ठीक है? अब ऐसे ही जो unnecessary quality is wrong, अब ये आइडिया जो है हर किसी के लिए सही है, राइट? अब इस चीज पे तुम डिसएग्री तो नहीं करोगे, कोई नेशन आके, कोई लोग आकर डिसएग्री नहीं करेंगे, कोई कम्युनिटी डिसएग्री नहीं करेगी, राइट? तो मोरल वैल्यूज भी क्या हमारी पर्सनल चॉइसेस नहीं है, राइट? वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ ऑफ है, ठीक है? तो वैल्यूज आर नॉट डिपेंडिंग ऑन गॉड, वो किस चीज पे डिपेंड करती है? वो हमारे बेसिकली खुद में ही एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, दे आर एग्जिस्टिंग ऑन देयर ओन, राइट? ना तो वो ह्यूमन ओपिनियन पे अग्री करती है, राइट, डिपेंड होती है, और ना ही वो कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड पर डिपेंड होती है, राइट? दे आर एग्जिस्टिंग इन देमसेल्फ। Give me one example of it, Rishi, apart from what I have told you. एक objective truth का example.
Like it does not need to be from ethical domain, right? 2 plus 2 equals to 4.
Okay, ठीक है। तो okay, अब हम अगर इसे रोनाल्ड के साथ में कंपेयर करने की कोशिश करें, so what he is telling to us कि मोरल वैल्यूज जो होती है हमारी ऑब्जेक्टिव ट्रूथ होती है, राइट? उसके साथ साथ में वो किसी कंसेप्ट ऑफ गॉड से नहीं आती है, उन्होंने भी वही बात करी थी, राइट? एंड दे आर लाइक रियलिटी इटसेल्फ, राइट? दे आर एग्जिस्टिंग इन देमसेल्फ, राइट? अब if we talk about this religion of God, so what we are understanding that values are like already existing, ठीक है? अब वो खुद में ही अगर रियल है, राइट, तो हमें गॉड के कंसेप्ट की जरूरत नहीं है, राइट? Why? Because they are basically real features, खुद ही में एग्जिस्ट करती है। Understood? अच्छा, तुम लोग सच में इस चीज को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं कर सकते एट एनी कॉस्ट? रोनाल्ड के लिए तुम्हारे मन में एक भी क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं आ रहा? How can you not think that is he like possible to implement like its theory, his theory in practical life? Rishi,
I'm thinking on it. I'll just answer in 1 minute.
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I'm answering in a minute, contemplating my thoughts.
Sure, take your time. हाँ बच्चों, हर्षित। Okay. ओके, ठीक है। ऋषि बच्चा,
No, ma'am, I cannot think of any.
ओके, सो टेक योर टाइम टुडे एंड आई वांट क्रिटिसिज्म, ठीक है? क्योंकि बहुत इजी क्रिटिसिज्म है इसके, ठीक है? and tomorrow we'll be discussing about it. Okay. Okay, now we are going to discuss one more thinker, Albert Einstein. क्या criticism होगा उनका? सबने बेसिक सी थ्योरी तो पढ़ी होगी उनकी, that what he was. साइंस में बिलीव करते थे, रैशनलिस्ट थे, लॉजिक थे, राइट, फैक्ट्स पे बिलीव करते थे, नंबर्स पे बिलीव करते थे, राइट. सो व्हाट ही माइट बी टेलिंग टू अस अबाउट दिस कांसेप्ट. जनरल व्यू. Who? नहीं, that portion is finished. Now we are moving with another thinker, Albert Einstein. Do you think he believed in the concept of God, personal God? Rishi.
There was a slight connection error. Who believes in the existence
We
of
are talking
personal God?
about Albert Einstein, right? And
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
trying to understand that did he believe in the concept of personal God or not?
There are certain of his statements which indicate towards existence of God, but not necessarily a personal one.
Okay. So he did not believe in the concept of personal God, right? Basically, he said that there is no God who can like listen to prayer, who punishes for revolt. जो कि religion जो है, mostly religion, traditional religion जो है इस चीज में believe करते थे, right? And he says that there is no one who controls our daily life, right? Now he says, he talks about cosmic mystery. What is cosmic mystery? Rishi.
How is this world created? Why it is created? What is it heading towards? What is its end?
So what do you think it might be telling to us?
The cosmic mystery?
Yes. So what he was telling to us, he was basically explaining, and he was basically, relating it with, that universe is vast, right? It is ordered, it is mysterious, right? So human cannot fully understand it, right? This was his views, right? So he basically said that this created the feeling of wonder, right? That why, the question, the why is always there when it comes to these kinds of concepts. Okay. As this matches with the concept of one thinker who says, and who I've like mentioned his name also, who says that human knowledge is very limited, right? We cannot know each and everything on this universe. Who said it? Rishi, who said it?
No idea, ma'am. I
Hume
can
said
think
it.
of. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So he said that human knowledge is limited. Okay. सब कुछ grasp करना is like impossible for us. Okay. So somewhere he also criticized for this, क्योंकि उन्होंने जो थ्योरी दी थी ऑफ ह्यूमन नॉलेज, राइट, तो उन्होंने बेसिकली यही बोला था अपनी थ्योरी को, बेसिकली जो भी क्रिटिक्स थे कि आपने अपना ये वाला एस्पेक्ट नहीं समझाया, वो वाला एस्पेक्ट नहीं समझाया, राइट. So to this he said that human knowledge is limited, right? सब कुछ आप एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकते, right? So this was the answer that he gave, right? So do you believe in this theory कि human knowledge is limited and we cannot understand each and everything? Rishi.
Yes, ma'am, I agree to him.
So
And
somewhere Einstein's views are matching with Hume's views also. ठीक है. अब देखो, उन्होंने बोला he felt that this like universe is very beautiful, right? So there is something greater than us, right? And the order and harmony is also there, and it is like absolutely amazing, right? But he said that this can create wonder in us, right? But to answer each and every question, this can be doubtful, right? So he called this like spiritual also. ठीक है. Spiritual क्यों बोला था? Basically he felt deep respect towards nature. ठीक है. यूनिवर्स के लिए deep respect थी उनके लिए, right? उन्होंने बोला कि we feel that I'm something connected to something deeper, right? He said that we are experiencing this curiosity, we are experiencing this wonder, right? So it itself like makes us ask more about it, right? But to get answer, like that is the like another question that we come with, right? Because it like feels impossible to answer each and every question when it comes to universe. ठीक है. समझ में आया? Okay, so with this we'll end today's class and we'll be continuing this, right? And there is one homework that I gave to you. ठीक है. क्या homework दिया? Criticisms. Rishi, understood बच्चा?
yes, ma'am.
चलो, तो I'll be seeing you tomorrow and
Ma'am,
send me the notes you have like written.
yes, ma'am. Could you please mention your mail ID on which I
Yeah,
have to
sure.
send?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. समझ आ गया सब? Any question? And the test will be uploaded on the portal today. Okay? Write your test and give it to the admin office. Okay, bacha. Bye bye.
Ma'am, test regarding today's class.
No, bacha. The test was like for the previous classes.
Okay.
But you can also have access of those tests. Okay? So if you want to attempt it, you can attempt it. Okay?
Sure. ma'am. So we'll continue a few next classes from philosophy of religion, right?
Yeah, bacha.
Okay.
I hope you understood each and everything.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
So I have written my mail ID. Okay? So you can send it to me there.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you.